AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. He will return this from deep in the end zone, and ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Looking to pass, first play is Prescott. And incomplete to open things up.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Prescott. Flushed out right. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. We're able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the first down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the first down. Excellent tackling right there.
A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give to Gibson running right. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They'll run with Gibson. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 9 yards that time. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Once more, Gibson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson taking it in from a yard.
I'm just working on my run game, bro.
Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So
I'm just working on my run game, bro.
Advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown.
You feel me, dog?
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive.
I'm just working on my running game.
Where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive.
Nah, bro, don't do that, bro.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Prescott to throw on 4th. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 8. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. They'll go. It's Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
What are you listening to, bro?
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Right now in the second quarter on the defensive side, they got to feel pretty good about what they're doing.
They should embrace the feeling they have now, embrace the way that they're playing, and continue that through the half. I know defensive coordinators, sometimes they overthink it, start wondering how they're going to be attacked. Just keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
I'm going to pass it, dog.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, it's Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now a play fake. Wentz. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. It's a gain of 6, and that will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down.
I thought you were going to call the time on and come stop the clock, though.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like the empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big pickup of 38.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Wentz to throw. Going right back to Dotson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A 15-yard touchdown.
I don't know how you caught that shit.
And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity.
What, you listening to Young Boy?
Make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty
NBA
well.
Young
The
Boy.
trust factor in effect.
Extra point by Sly is up and
You
good.
see you listening to
And that
NBA Young
stretches the
Boy?
lead all the way up to 27. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback.
You think he's the best rapper right now?
25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. But CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
I saw CD was wide open, bro.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the
It was going to CD, right?
To be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day.
Damn.
They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Wentz. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Washington.
I used him as a decoy.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders take the interception on defense and
don't quit, bro. Play the whole game, dog.
Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive.
Because you gotta mix up your plays. You don't gotta go for the big plays all the time. You know what I'm saying?
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation
See what I was doing? I was running a lot.
And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing
you got
so well, they
K-Wa.
just want to keep it going.
Oh, yeah, I got that shit.
From deep in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
I'm at you.
And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear,
I don't really play my playing shit out.
Tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded.
Come on, dog. Don't do that now.
On play action, Wentz Sliding out of the pocket. Quick throw, knocked
Yeah, but you gotta
away.
try. You know what I'm saying? When you quit, how you gonna
All
learn?
the time I'm manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared
That's why I
the
said you gotta
receiver
try to
down.
score
That
at
allowed
least,
for
bro. You
excellent
can't just quit the
coverage.
game like that,
Able to
though.
knock that one away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Commanders get another
I might
third-quarter
let you in the 2K.
touchdown
You
to
gonna
add
quit?
on to that lead.